I want to pause here and go over some practical principles that we're going to be using in this course. Now, I've mentioned earlier, I don't want to turn this into a full-blown trig course. We don't have the time, and that's not the purpose of the course anyway. So let's just go through this. Page 62. Okay, the sine, cosine, and tangent of any and every angle between 0 and 90 degrees is unique to that angle alone. Okay, sine, cosine, and tangent of any and every angle between 0 and 90 degrees is unique to that angle alone. Thus, if we know the sine, cosine, and or the tangent of an angle, we have the means to identify the original angle. 3, this is the important part. This course will take the old school trig approach in analyzing angles, and therefore all angles or vectors will be evaluated as if their measures are between 0 and 90 degrees, no matter what they are. And let me show you what I mean by that. So here we have 125 degrees right here. Now, that means that it's 125 degrees from here to here. But we're not going to treat it like 125 degrees. What we're going to do is we're going to go 180 minus 125. And that means that this angle here is 55 degrees. And that's how we're going to play it. All right. This next angle, 213 degrees. What we're going to do is we're going to take 213 minus 180. That makes it 33 degrees. So it's 33 degrees, 213 minus 180. All right. This last one here, 325. We're going to take 360 minus 325. $35 degrees. So that's 360 minus 325 for a 35-degree angle. In other words, we're going to measure all our angles from the nearest horizontal. So if it's on this side, it's going to be between here and here. So 180 minus whatever the angle is. Or if it's down here, it's going to be this angle minus the 180. And if it's over here, it's going to be 360 minus whatever the angle is. That way we keep all of our angles under 90 degrees. Now, why would we want to do this? Well, let me just demonstrate why. So we'll take this first angle here, 125. I'm going to set up a little chart here for you to look at. And we're going to compare 55 degrees with 125 degrees. And this will illustrate the point. So first we'll do, just walk this through with me. So we're going to do the sine of 55 degrees, comes out to 0.819. Okay, now we'll do the sine of 125 degrees. Sine 125 comes out to 0.819. Well, what's the big deal, Kimball? Well, let me show you. Okay. Now let's do the cosine of 55 degrees. So cosine 55 comes out to 0.574. Now we'll do the cosine of 125. Oh, what do I know? I get a negative 0.574. Oh, that's kind of messy. Let's do tangent. Tangent, 55 degrees. I get 1.428. All right, so now let's do the tangent of 125. Tangent 125. I get a negative 1.428. That's starting to get a little ugly. So this is my contention. What I'm saying is this. Again, we're not trying to turn this into a full-blown trig class. And I'm guessing that most of you don't want to get into negative trig functions. That can get ugly really, really fast. So we're not going to do negative trig functions. That's the good part. Now here comes the bad part. The way we're going to be able to get rid of or avoid working with negative trig functions is we are going to draw everything we do, just like Galileo said to do. Now, Galileo said draw everything. He was smarter than any of us, so I think that's going to be a pretty good bit of guidance. We're just going to draw everything that we do, and we're just going to play it old school. We're going to keep all our angles between 0 and 90 degrees. Now, caution, do not measure your angles in here. Do not measure them here. Do not measure them in here. Measure them all the way around and or to the horizontal. Don't measure your angles off the vertical axis. Do not measure angles off the vertical axis. Don't do it. Okay. We'll stop here.